Hello and welcome to Walk the Line. I'm your host, Nasty Noop, and I have my co-host, Terrodome, with me. What's going on, man?
And it's just exciting, man. We just had another amazing year at a Dynasty, man. Looking forward to getting this show and this information out, so let's get it started, man.
Yeah, man, let's get it going. First up, we have the top moments of the 2021 season. Number one on the list, we had the dick riding incident. Why don't you go ahead and speak on it?
Yeah, man, the dick riding incident, man, became a big issue this year, man. Big issue. A lot of guys, man, you know, one guy in particular that I noticed that, was doing it a lot was Breezy. Breezy, man, you confused me, man, because last year you came in to the chat, to the league, man, with the demand your respect attitude. This year you kind of switched over to the dick ride. I don't know why you was doing it, what you was gaining from it, but I think the dick ride reflected on your season, man. Probably took away your focus in the lab. So I'm looking forward to you, man, switching that back up, man. Because a lot of guys noticed it. So I'm looking forward, man, for you switching it back up and getting back onto that demand your respect rule, man. Because I'm confused. I don't know why you was doing the dick ride thing, man.
Yeah, man, I totally agree, man. Breezy, I'm expecting you, man, to get off your knees in season 2022 and get back to that dude that brought that fire, man, when you first came in the league, man. I'm hoping that you get back there. Now, I don't want to, just point out Breezy because when I jumped on Laura Farquhar's show, man, that was to put a little fire under the entire league, man. Let's get back and be competitive, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's not, it has nothing to do with hot tub, but in life, man, I don't like to be dominated by one person, man. I want to spread these titles out, but until everybody else, gets that same fire in their gut, it is what it is, man. I'll raise another banner for hot tub if nobody else steps up. But that was number one on the list. I guess we'll move on to number two, League of the Month. Go ahead and speak on it.
See, man, this is what I like to see right here, man. Shout out to the media team because they getting that productiveness out, the shows, hitting them every week with great stuff, good quality. Shout out to the commissioner with the graphics, making sure things getting put together, things getting put out on time. Shout out to the whole league, man, because it takes all 32 users, man, to make this work, man. And just for guys just to see this, man, leader of the month is a big thing, man. I don't know if some guys probably feel good about it, but I do because we get recognized, man, and that just shows you what we capable of doing. So let's all stay on the same page, keep this thing going, and keep this thing moving, man. For the guys that ain't with it, you already know what's about to happen to you, man, that boot. But for the guys that is with it, man, just keep this thing going, man, in the right direction, man.
Exactly, man. I know I have a personal goal, man, of going from League of the Month to League of the Year, so I'm still pushing as far as that. And I know winning this award, man, has put a lot of eyes on us, man, a lot of eyeballs on us, because I'm constantly getting hit up on Twitter. I'm getting hit up on the PS4, asking, hey, do we have any spots open, man? I even have some dudes, man, that sit around for weeks and months, man. They send me like one message maybe once every two weeks, man. Hey, any spots open yet? I'm like, nah, man, not yet, man. You on the list. As soon as something comes open, man, I'll hit you up. I'll run you through the paces to see if you fit the culture here. And if you do, hey, you'll get the invite to the Dynasty, man. So that's what it is at this point. But
and that right there, man, should just show guys right there, like, man, what you got special, man. You got guys that's really waiting, like, dang, is it a slot open? Is the slot open? So that right there is showing you, man, if you ain't on your game or whatever, I mean, you could be easy to replace. So just tighten up, man. Just keep this ship going, man. It's really something special, man.
Yeah, very true, man. I guess moving on to number three top moment of the 2021 season, we have we'll start with turnover, man. There was a lot of turnover going on in the Dynasty this season. We lost two guys that were kind of here from the beginning in Big Bush and Z Sparrow. Just got to the point, man, where they weren't being active and they were not replying to users trying to schedule a game, man. It became a headache, man. So I felt that it was time to get some fresh blood in here and hopefully get some guys in here that will be active in the league and in the chat and jump on shows. So how do you feel about the turnover?
Yeah, man, that right there, man, just shows me that nobody's safe, man. Everybody is held to an expectation in this league. I mean, nobody's going to be sitting here getting baby fed or getting a little baby walks. Everybody here is held to a higher standard. This is a competitive league. If you're not rocking with us, then you can rule. Simple as that, man. I don't feel sorry for guys that's getting booted, because at the end of the day, it's their fault. You part of something good, why not enjoy it? I mean, simple as that. So, with acquiring, bringing back, that boy Good and Butters, man, they already been part of the league. And to me, I think that they're going to bring that competitive level back, taking over two teams that I'm pretty sure is in good shape. So I'm looking forward to seeing what those guys are going to do.
Very true. And also, man, we got a lot of changes coming up moving into the 2022 season. Probably the biggest change coming is users no longer being able to move safeties to linebacker, which was an issue that was brought to my attention several seasons ago. But at the time, I didn't think it was a big deal. But as we kept moving forward, man, the cries kept getting louder and louder and louder. So it became to a point where I had to do something about it, because people were starting to complain about it, saying that it wasn't sim, it wasn't this. So I moved on it in conjunction with the other commission. It is now against the rules to do that. So effective, once you're out of the playoffs, you need to start moving those players back immediately. In life, man, I've been on this earth 4+ decades at this point, man. There's always going to be somebody that thinks they can buck the system. If you choose to be that person that bucks the system, then we're going to handle you accordingly. So how do you feel about the rule change, man?
Man, simple as that. The rule changes is put in play, man, to keep the league on a balanced competitive level. If guys going to complain about this, complain about that, this ain't the league for you, man. Simple as that. If your stick skills is on point, your game is on point, your GM skills is on point, there's nothing to complain about. Adjust your game. In real life, we already know it's not too many guys going from the strong safety position to the linebacker position. We know that. People got to remember that Madden is a video game, and we already dealing with the Madden BS. So for guys to try to add some more trickery or more fuckery on top of it, it makes the game unfun, and it makes guys that's not on that level of certain guys feel like they don't even have a chance. So just adjust your game, man. If a rule come out, rules is put into play to keep the league competitive. Simple as that. So if you can't adjust your game to a rule, or you can't adjust your game to something, then the league is not for you. Go to one of the mediocre leagues where you can sit there and do glitch plays, do this, do that, put up 85 points on the guy, and do that. But this league, man, we gonna make this thing as close to the real life experience as possible. And we want everybody to be interested in it, and everybody to feel like they got an even playing field. Simple as that, man.
Very true, man. And I would like to say this in closing, man. I will always side with the sim users. If you're a sim user and you have an issue, I will always be on your side, man, because I'm not a MUT user. I'm not a MUT guy. I don't use the tricks. I just want to play straight up football, and that's kind of what, if you want to be here, that's kind of what I expect you. That's the mentality that I expect you to have, man. So I guess we'll go ahead and move forward, and we'll take a pause for a message from our sponsor.
Proudly presented by Uncle D's Buffalo Sauce. Tired of flavorless wings? Then put Uncle D's in your mouth.
All right, we're back, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next segment of the show, our Player Spotlight Show. And we have a player that you're very, very familiar with. We have Paxton Lynch from the Denver Broncos. Go ahead and talk about him.
Flat out, fucking monster, man. Flat out monster. This guy had a record-breaking, a monster, a Tom Brady, the year when he went fucking 17-0, animal, flat out animal this year, man. And I had to play against this guy twice. This guy had a total average of 308 passing yards per game, a 68% completion percentage. He threw 49 fucking touchdowns, 49. I mean, I guess that's easy to do. We got O.C. McMichael catching the ball, but still, he threw 49 touchdowns. And only got sacked 16 times. 16 times. That means that his offensive line is giving him probably the dang near 10 to a minute, man. Just back there picking out where he gonna throw the ball at, man. Sacked 16 times. 16 times, man. That's the number one thing that stands out to me right there, man. Sacked 16 times. He played goddamn 17 games a season. He only got sacked 16. So what he was averaging, what? A sack per game?
Pretty much, man. I know I know I watched a couple of his games, man. It seems like he has all day to throw the ball, man, because to be honest, that's the only way you can throw the deep bomb is you got time to set back there, allow your wide receiver to get past, the corner and get the one-on-one treatment with the safety. You have to have that time, and he had all day. So that number, man, that's amazing, man. I'll be honest with you.
Then he threw a total of 34 interceptions. We're gonna get on that interception talk later, man. But the reason why I'm saying 34, I'm pretty sure guys is listening, man, gonna know why I'm saying 34. But we're gonna get onto that talk later.
Yeah, I guess, man, we'll move on to the other player that we have in the spotlight this week. Another player that you're quite familiar with coming out of your division as well. We have Kyle Bloom. Another animal, man. This guy, I believe this is his second year. So for the numbers that he's putting up to be his only his second year, man. A guy that I have to also deal with twice a year, man. Flat out animal too, man. This guy had a total of 33 solo tackles, 24 assisted on, 17 sacks, man. 17 sacks. And he played in 395 games, which means that and he also played all 17 games. So that means that this guy is coming out blazing from week 1 to week 17. And we all know in the Dynasty, man, that is very, very hard to do, to get a guy on the path to stay healthy through a complete whole season. And I believe he played in all 7 from week 1 to week 17 in his rookie season. So this guy, man, has great promise for the future, man. I'm looking to see if Breezy and the San Diego Chargers can keep him on track, man, because right now, like, he's on a record-setting pace, man. 17 sacks, god damn. I know the quarterbacks fear him every week. Yeah, man. A lot of people, man, when Breezy made the trade to move up, we were calling that the Bill Cosby trade, victim of that season. But this trade is looking to be working out for him, man. That he moved up and pulled like the CPU generated JJ Watt of Madden 17, man, and this guy's a beast, man. Users are gonna have to start game planning for him when you play the Chargers. So it might have been a good move on Breezy's part. So, but only time will tell as far as that goes. But once again, we'll move on to segment 3 of our show, and this is called the WTF News. Now, this segment of the show, we look at, and we like to call this in what the fuck news. This is stuff that happened over the season that we shook our heads at, or we're shaking our heads at, and we just don't even know what's going on. So I guess we'll start at number 1. What do you have, man?
Man, number 1 gotta go to the San Diego Chargers and Breezy, man. He came in last year, man, finished off strong. I believe playoff team 10-6. I believe he finished. Came out blazing, man. Came out with that dominion respect. But I believe his ego got a little too big, and the Dynasty had to humble him this year, man. There was other things in effect as far as him switching his role to the Dick Ryan role that we already mentioned earlier, which I think took away from his lab time. He also had some key injuries. But the main thing that stood out this year, man, is the 73 interceptions. 73. Once you got past 40, man, you should have said, fuck it, I'm not passing the ball no more. I'm going to run the rock. My game plan is to run the fucking ball and pass the ball probably 5 or 10 times throughout the game. I don't understand what the fuck is going on out there in San Diego, man, but 73 interceptions, god damn. That's free chicken in my book. Free chicken, man.
Exactly, man. I'm waiting till after we advance, man, to see if this player regresses. Because I know coming into the season he was a normal, but after 73 INTs, I'm expecting him to regress to slow, man. If he doesn't, I will be quite surprised, man, to be honest with you. I just did not know what Breezy was doing out there by continuing to throw the ball, man. At some point, I figured he would have got hip to the game and start running the ball, but he never did.
At the end of the day, man, we don't understand what's going on out there in San Diego. But Dion, man, go ahead and give him the button, man.
What the fuck? All right, man, we'll move on to number 2 on our list. Who do you have?
Man, I have JB Blazing and the Rams, man. This team finished last year strong, 10-6. Had a solid front four that was attacking the quarterback. Defense, I believe, was ranked high and finished off high in the league. Blazing, man, made a good move in the offseason, getting Corey Coleman. So I thought coming into the season that this would be the year where the Rams, make their statement. Sure enough, I was let down. these guys have been all over the place, ranked at the bottom of the league in defense in all categories. So I don't even know what's going on out there. I don't know if it's the quarterbacking situation or whatever, but these guys flat out fell off the mat, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on out there in Los Angeles, man.
Well, do you think he got too comfortable, man? Sometimes when you go 10-6, you think, okay, I've hit that, I've hit the mountaintop. I just need to go into next season. I'll be able to do the same thing, and it turned out that he wasn't able to do it. Do you think that's what it was? He got complacent.
I think maybe he got a little comfortable, man. Maybe he thought that things are probably be on the brighter side. But one thing you guys gotta understand, man, the Dynasty, man, that what you did the previous year does not mean you're gonna come out and do that the next year. But at the end of the day, he get the goddamn button. So
what the fuck?
All right, moving on to number 3, man. Who do you have?
I have Darkness and the Cincinnati Bengals. This guy last year, while I'm so shocked, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but while I'm so shocked is this guy actually made it to the playoffs, and I think he made it to the second round and got knocked off. Had a solid top 10 defense last year, solid offense last year. This guy now is just completely off the map. I think he went to at least week 13 before he got his first win. So that means he went 0-13, completely struggling. Some guys say that he's tanking. I hope that's not the issue. But my whole thing is, I don't know what the hell is going on out there in Cincinnati. I don't know if they was partying or celebrating last year from, having a good season. They still a little hungover, but they need to figure this out quick. And they need to figure it out, because we in these years where as though we're supposed to be building your team and not slumping. So I don't want to see this guy going to a major slump. But I don't know what the hell is going on out there in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know Darkness was on the radar of Expert and Lower Farquhar on their show, so he was there pretty much all season, man, with his losing record. I kind of, in my gut, feel that he wasn't tanking, man. I think he's a competitive dude. I'm just thinking that he had a bad season, and I think he, finally found his groove at the end of the season to start getting a couple wins. So I think he'll be all right, man, going into the next season.
Yeah, man, I hope he do that, man. But at the end of the day, man, next season, he get the button also.
What the fuck?
All right, man, moving on, man. At this time, we'll pause for station identification.
The Dynasty Madden League Network, the worldwide leader in CFM.
All right, now in our final segment of the Walk the Line show, we will look at we will make our playoff predictions, man, as far as the upcoming 2021 playoffs. And first up, man, we'll talk about the Giants versus the Green Bay Packers. We have That Boy Is Good versus Matty Ice. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
See, what some users probably don't know about That Boy Good, man. He's in the past, he's always known for getting his defense in shape and getting them placed high, like the top 5, top 10. So he's a defense mindset player first, but I know he's excited about that high power offense he got. And I think that high power offense is just too much for Matty Ice right now in the Green Bay Packers. I don't think Matty Ice has the firepower to keep up with the Green Bay Packers, man. So I'm going to take That Boy Good and that high blazing, fast ass offense over the Packers, man.
Yeah, man, I totally agree. I expect Matty Ice to get a mud hole stomped in his ass this week, not having the offense to be able to keep up with That Boy Is Good. So I'm in total agreement with you. All right, so we'll move on to the next matchup, man. We have SJ Go Bomb versus Addy Does, man. Who do you see coming out victorious in this matchup?
This one right here, man, is a real tough pick, because SJ Go Bomb think he's slick, man, but he's flying under the radar, man. I seen that he had a top 10 ranked offense, and a lot of guys probably not paying attention to that, man. But yeah, the guy can put up some points. But I like what the Bears is doing this year, man. He's playing a well-balanced game on both sides of the ball. He's getting after the quarterback on defense, letting the quarterback make mistakes, and capitalizing off of those mistakes. On the offensive side of the ball, he's got a well-balanced run game and also a well-balanced passing game. So, you got a game plan smart for that. This year, man, I'm going to have to take the Bears, man, because they're at that point where they're heading into the playoff on a high level right now. So I'm going to have to go with the Bears over SJ Go Bomb and the Cardinals, man.
Man, this was a tough decision for me, man, because I know these two users matched up, I believe, week 1 of the regular season, and SJ was able to come out victorious in that matchup. But just going into this late in the season, I'm thinking Addy Dubs is on a roll, and I'm thinking he'll come out victorious as well in this matchup. So I'm going with the Chicago Bears. All right, man, our next matchup, we have King Vitamin versus Terrodome / Lord Farquaad. At the time of this record, we weren't sure who that number 6 slot team would be, but I guess you cleared that up yesterday with your win in DC. So I guess it will be you, correct?
Yeah, that's me. It was a tough one out there, man. Shout out to Underrated. He played a good game, man. But yeah, though, I'm gonna go with myself in this game, man. King Vitamin, man, always looking forward to playing him. He's another great user, top user in the Dynasty, man. I believe we played this year and he whooped my ass. So pretty much, looking for a little revenge, man. But I'm gonna have to go with myself in this game, man. He's a great user, not taking anything away from him. But I'm gonna have to go with myself in this matchup.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna agree with you on this one, man. I watched the game yesterday, man. I think you're hungry at this point, man. I think you've been out of the playoffs for a few seasons, and I think you ready to get back into it and make some noise, man. So I'm gonna go with you here in this particular game. So I guess we'll move on to the next matchup. We have Butters, welcome back to the league, and we have him going up against Keith Stone. What do you think?
Butters, welcome back, man. But I believe you came in at the wrong time, man. Keith Stone, man, right now is playing at a high level, man. I think he just stumped the shit out of somebody he just played. Oh, yeah, the coach. New user got that work. He just whooped his ass. So I think, that Butters, you came in at the wrong time, man. Keith Stone's playing very good. Defense is blazing. Offense is blazing, man. So I'm going to have to take Keith Stone and the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Jets, hands down.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to agree here too, man. I'm expecting Butters to get a mud hole stomped in his ass and then walk dry, man. I'm not even expecting this one to be close, man. I think Keith Stone is playing very well right now, man. So I'm gonna go with him as well. So all right, man. I guess those are our predictions for the wild card round. So we're gonna move on to the divisional round, man, and the matchups here. All right, man.
Them games.
Yeah, man, some great matchups here. So I guess we'll start on the NFC side again, man. We have KP going up against Addy Dubs, the Lions versus the Bears. Who do you have here?
Man, I like the Bears, but KP, man, and that explosive ass team. They flat out explosive on both sides of the ball, man. I call him the rich get richer, because this guy's always bringing something new to the league every year. He's always adding a new player, and he gets high quality production out of all his players, man. So with that fast ass linebacker out there, span, controlling the middle of the field, man. As long as he's healthy, man, I gotta rock with him, man. I'm going with KP over the Bears, man.
Yeah, this was another tough one for me, man, because I know Addy Dubs won both regular season matchups, but this is not the regular season, man. This is a new season, in my opinion. So I'm gonna have to go with KP as well, man. Pulling out a close win. I'm gonna call this one a 3-point win for KP. So okay, man. Moving on to the other NFC matchup, we have Gil Garza going up against That Boy Is Good. Who do you have here?
Man. Okay. This right here, man, is a good matchup in my eyes, but Gil Garza, I want you to take this the wrong way. I hope this sets a fire under you, but every year, man, Gil Garza comes off an explosive regular season game, man. Explosive regular season. Every time 13-3, sometimes 14-2. Explosive. But when he gets to the playoffs, I don't know if it's the big games and he get nervous, but to me, he seems to choke. Every year, man, I've been like, dang, Gil Garza, man, he's in the playoffs. Looking forward to see what he's going to do. And he gets knocked off by some users that I know that he can beat, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's the games that make him nervous, but Yo, Garza, I hope this set a fire and you prove me wrong, but I'm gonna have to go with That Boy Good, man. Getting those Giants and that explosive offense rolling early and going for the win over Yo Garza and the Bucks, man.
All right, man. Here I'm gonna have to disagree with you, man. I'm gonna have to go with Gil Garza, man. I think after he took that Week 17 loss to the Bills, which pretty much killed any hopes of having home field advantage throughout the playoffs, pushing him down to the number 2 spot. I'm thinking that he's focused now. and he's gonna goddamn wreck shop throughout the playoffs, man. So I'm gonna go with Gil Garza here, man. So let's go ahead and, man, move over to the AFC. And first up, we have Hot Tub, and we have yourself here. What do you have here?
Of course, I'm going with myself, man. Hot Tub, I hope this sets a fire into you, too, also. You always bring it. I mean, you know, we always go at it, man. Simple as that. Yeah, you got Preston Lynch. You always see McMichael and all the rest of those guys that is good. But, you know, I look forward to the competitive level. I'm never going to go against myself. And, man, I don't care what user I'm going against. I always will pick myself, man, because I just like that level. Just my competitive level is just high, man. I'm not going to roll over, give it to you easy or nothing. So, of course, I'm going with myself in this game, man.
Man, I wouldn't expect anything else, man. But I guess here, man, I'm going to have to go with Hot Tub at the point, man. This dude is on fire. Going 17-0 throughout the regular season, man. He's been putting up at least probably averaging 30 to 40 points on users, man. This is gonna be a tough game for you, man. I just see that, man. I'm gonna have to go Hot Tub here, man. Just if I had to bet the house on it right now, I'm gonna have to bet the house on Hot Tub, so I'm gonna roll with him. But I guess we'll move on to the other matchup in the AFC, and we have H-Speed 30 versus Keith Stone. This is another divisional matchup, which I hate divisional matchups in the playoffs because it's two opponents at this point that have played each other twice already in the season. Now you're playing for the third time. You know each other well, so there's nothing new that you're gonna bring to the table. You're just gonna get in the game and you're gonna punch each other in the mouth, and whoever drops first is gonna be the winner. So who do you have here?
Keith Stone, man, shout out to you from coming off an amazing season, man. Like what you was doing out there in Jacksonville. But I gotta go with the Buck, man. He's a fucking animal, flat out animal. I know he's last year he went down in the playoffs, so I know that he's excited to be back in the playoffs and running the rock. And there's nothing you can do about it, man. I don't care what user you are, who went up against this guy, man. The Buck always seems to get what he wants. He's out there running over people, juking people, stiff arming people. The guy is a flat out animal. And man, I'm gonna have to go with the Tennessee Titans and the Buck on this one, man.
Yeah, man, I agree here, man. I'm going with the big Buck as well, man. Anytime somebody has a running game and they can just average 3 to 4 yards per carry, it becomes demoralizing, man. Because then you start bringing everybody down into the box, and then as soon as you get comfortable thinking that you're stopping the run, they will play action you and hit you over the top, man. So it's always you have to stay on your toes. So anybody with a deadly run game like H-Speed 30, man, you always have to roll with him, man, and that's what I'm going with here as well. All right, man, so those are our picks for the divisional round. So now I guess we'll move on to the conference championship round.
Dang, explosive games, man. Look at this.
So I guess, man, we'll start off on the NFC side again, man. We have Gil Garza here and KP. So who do you have in this matchup?
Once again, man, I hope this sets a fire under Gil Garza, man. I think the guy, man, just seems to just disappear, man. He's like, to me, he reminds me of the 3-1 series against OKC and the Warriors, man. All you gotta do is win one game, and you got this, man. And you just, KD just flat out disappeared, man. So, Gil Garza, man, I hope you prove me wrong, man, but I gotta go with KP and that blazing Detroit team over Gil Garza and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
Yeah, man, I totally agree, man. I'm going to have to go with KP here as well. He's a past champion in the Dynasty, and you never bet against a champion. So I'm going to have to roll with him as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the AFC West, man. And this is going to be a good game, I must have to say. We have Hot Tub going up against H-Speed 30, man. Who do you have in this matchup?
Hot Tub, shout out to you, man. Coming off of another blazing season, man. These is all great users which we've seen in these last 2 games. But what people fail to realize last year, man, the Titans had Hot Tub and them on the rope. An injury happened. Somebody stepped away from their game. But at the end of the day, man, I gotta go with the Tennessee Titans, man. I like what they bring to the league, man. The guy just flat out brought a strong smash mouth, run it down your throat game to the Dynasty, because we all know a lot of guys in here like to pass the ball first. I just like watching him play, man, because it reminds me of old school football. I gotta go with the Buck, man, and the Tennessee Titans over Hot Tub and the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with H-Speed 30 here as well, man. I just think that if he can control the ball, time of possession, keep Hot Tub's high-powered offense off the field, the game is his, man. if he can stick to his game plan and just run the ball down his throat, I don't see any reason why he won't come out victorious in this matchup. So, all right, man, I guess we'll move on to the Super Bowl round, and we'll make our predictions here. All right, so in the Super Bowl, we're predicting that KP will be going up against HB 30, man. Who do you have raising the Dynasty 2021 Super Bowl trophy, man?
This is right here, man. Reminds me of the Denver Broncos game and the Carolina Panthers game. You got somebody that, as far as Peyton Manning already won a Super Bowl, you got somebody that's looking to make their statement and make their mark on the Dynasty history, man. KP, past champion, great user. This year, man, I think you get dethroned, man. I just can't go against the Buck, man. If the Buck can stay healthy, and if the Tennessee Titans can bring that smash mouth right down your throat, I don't give a fuck who's on the line, how many's in the box, game plan to this game, man. He will be holding that trophy and his banner will be getting raised, man. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans, man, over the Detroit Lions.
Man, I'm in total agreement with this. I will not bet against the Buck if he is healthy in the playoffs. So I want to send out a congratulations to HB30 for winning the prediction Dynasty playoffs, man. And I hope to be raising your banner into the Raptors, man, after the playoffs have been completed. And hey, I want to wish everybody in the playoffs best of luck, man. These are our predictions. If they upset you, if you get mad, prove us wrong, as they say on the other shows, man. Prove us wrong, man, and we'll be more than glad to eat hay at that point. So, in closing, man, this is another episode of Walk the Line. You got any closing comments?
Man, if your team was mentioned on here, man, whether good or bad, motivation, man, motivation. Don't use it as a crutch. Use it as motivation, man. Come out blazing next year. If you didn't make the playoffs, man, come out blazing. For all 32 users, man, let's get back to that competitive level that we know that we all can get to, man. Simple as that, man. Bring that shit, man.
All right, man. This was another episode of Walk the Line. We're out.